Freek, ek verstaan julle wil van die damme in die park ontslaa raak van, maar kom ek begin deur vir jou te vra, wat was die doel van die damme aanvanklik gewees?
Maurice, dit was maar deel van 'n water vir wild program wat gekom het na daai kwaai droogtes van die 60er jare wat mense gedink het wel die diere het swaar gekry, ons moet hulle help. Maar nou het ons agtergekom dat in 'n ekosisteem werk dit nie so nie. Jy weet, so uiteindelik het ons baie meer negatiewe effekte gesien as positiewe effekte. En so nou het ons die werk om weer van die watergate toe te maak.
Wat se negatiewe effekte het julle wel gesien?
Wel, daar's van die skaars wildsoorte wat se getalle baie afgeneem het. Van die meer algemene wild se getalle het baie toegeneem en dit het tot die gevolg gehad dat goed soos roofdiere getalle toeneem en dan sit hulle druk op hierdie skaars diere.
Gaan julle nou van al die damme ontslaa raak of hoe presies gaan julle dit te werk gaan daarmee?
Nee, ons het 'n baie gedetailleerde studie gemaak van al die damme. So ons het maar gefokus op die in wildernisgebiede, die wat weg is van toeristepaaie en so aan. Maar ongelukkig is daar ook van die damme by toeristepaaie wat ons sal moet wegvat, wat erosie veroorsaak of wat net in verkeerde plekke gesit is. Maar wat ons graag wil doen is, ons wil ook in die plek van daai damme vir die mense lekker klein alternatiewe roetetjies gee na 'n natuurlike watergat of jy weet 'n mooi stilhou plekkie of so, sodat ons nie iets weg van die mense en nie vir hulle iets teruggee nie.
Verwag julle dat hulle enigstens teenkante gaan kry van die algemene publiek en van die toeriste?
Ek glo daar sal mense wees wat daar teengekant is. Jy weet, mense kom na die wildtuin toe vir jare al en hulle is lief vir die wildtuin en hulle het hulle lekker plekkies wat hulle gaan besoek en so aan. En party van dit is ongelukkig van hierdie damme. Ons dink die algemene publiek is skerp. Jy weet, hulle het verstaan en hulle sien maar ons spreek 'n probleem aan. Dit is nie dat ons moeswillig is.
Danie, daar was 'n paar jaar terug 'n baie ernstige probleem met van die krokodille veral in die Olifants River. Bestaan die probleem nog? Hoe groot is dit?
Ja, Maurice, die probleem is nog steeds daar. Hulle vrek nou minder, maar opnames wat ons gedoen het, wys ons dat die populasie in die hele Olifants rivier besig is om af te neem. Byvoorbeeld in Loskopdam is daar omtrent maar iets soos 2 krokodille oor en dit is kleintjies, so hulle broei nie eers meer nie.
Wat veroorsaak die probleme?
Ons is redelik oortuig dat dit algemene besoedeling is, maar presies watse besoedelingsstowwe is ons nog onseker van. En teen is dit verskillende stowwe in verskillende plekke wat dieselfde uitwerking het. Want ons sien ook dat die vis byvoorbeeld siek is in die rivier.
Is enige idee van watse tipe van besoedeling en waar kom dit vandaan?
Ons kan nog nie presies sê waar dit vandaan kom nie, maar teen van verskeie plekke af. Want die tipe besoedeling wat jy in die bo-olifants kry in die Loskopdam gebied is baie anderster wat jy hier in die laer olifants kry waar dit in die Kreerwildtuin invloei. En die tipe besoedeling in die Sabi rivier is natuurlik weer anderster as byvoorbeeld nie mynbougebied in die Sabi, dis meer landbou en bosbou.
Wat doen julle aan die probleme?
Daar is nie veel wat ons kan doen nie, behalwe om bewustheid te kweek by ander staatsdepartemente wat ook 'n verantwoordelikheid het om die riviere te bestuur. Dan is ons besig met redelik bewusmaking onder die publiek oor die probleem en ons probeer presies verstaan wat aangaan. So die navorsing in die Kreerwildtuin en buitekant en selfs met samewerking van ons kollegas in Mosambiek is besig om aan te gaan.
Ons kan maar net hoop dat daar mense daar buite wat luister en veral die besoedeling probeer keer dat die dinge nie gebeur nie.
Daar is streng wetgewing rondom besoedeling, het sy dit van fabrieke is, van myne is of van landboubesoedeling en selfs die tipe gifstowwe wat gebruik word. Die wetgewing wat daar is moet net baie streng toegepas word en ons hoop dat dit in die toekoms gaan gebeur.
Ons hoop inderdaad, so dankie vir die gesprek, Danie.
Dankie, Maurice.
Towards the end of last year, we had an influx of emails and letters from our viewers talking about the veld fire in which rhinos were killed.
It's not normal practice in the park for that to happen. We did take precautions in terms of chasing the animals out, but unfortunately, of course, some of them came back into the block and they were caught in the fire. That was quite an unfortunate situation. Not all died. Some of them survived, but we had to put down a few simply because we could not allow them to continue experiencing the pain they were experiencing.
Why couldn't all the animals that were burnt be put down?
It's always a question of judgment. You do not necessarily have to put all of them down. We've got veterinary practitioners who do the assessments for us in terms of the survival possibility for each animal. And if we believe that chances of survival are good, we do our best to make sure that the animal is kept alive. But if survival chances are slim, of course we have to put it down.
Are there any lessons that were learned there? Because I think we're approaching fire season again this year.
Absolutely. We learned a lot of lessons, although that fire specifically was a different type of fire. It was a hot intensity fire as compared to the normal felt burns that we have. But certainly, yes, we have learned a lot of lessons to make sure that we burn smaller blocks and that they are properly managed at all times.
Now, there's been a lot of opposition against the 2 hotel-style lodges which are going to be built in the park. How did Kruger National Park come to the decision to have these hotel-style lodges?
The building of hotel facilities, if I may call that, comes quite a long way. Round about very early in the last century, when SANParks started establishing the existing camps that we have, all aimed at making sure that they provide accommodation to visitors. All we're doing now is really not much different from what they did then, but we're simply making it a lot more convenient because a hotel is more habitable, and people want access to telephones, etc., whilst they're in the park. But accommodation has been the issue since the inception of the park. In addition, we have established these accommodation facilities to make sure that the park can actually sustain itself. Current government is facing a lot of challenges. They cannot afford to be looking after conservation whilst we've got communities that are poverty stricken. So the priority is to attend to those communities, and we as a park can take charge of the opportunities that are there to make sure that we generate revenue to sustain the very conservation which is a basis for the Kruger National Park. It's going to benefit communities in a big way because it's going to generate a lot of employment opportunities, both during the construction and operational phase. We also know that there will be certain small business opportunities that will arise of that initiative as well.
Now, won't the building of these hotels create more traffic?
It won't, because guests will park their vehicles at the gate. We will create a parking facility, and they will be taken to the lodge by our own vehicles.
What are your thoughts on the concerns that these hotels might be out of place and unsightly?
It's not going to be these big city hotels that you see everywhere. It's going to blend in with the environment. It's going to be very friendly to the environment we have. It's not going to have any major visual impact.
Kruger National Park has put in more stringent security measures, like not allowing alcohol into the park for day visitors. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, that decision came about as a result of the unacceptable conduct of some of our guests. And so we thought that we need to remove the element of liquor so that people can actually just enjoy the experience in the park rather than just driving around and drinking.
It must be an honor and a privilege for you to be in charge of such an iconic park. And what are your visions for the future?
For me, I think the road ahead is very, very clear from the past where we come from, where the park did not really contribute a lot to surrounding communities. The vision is to make sure that we can improve the lives of the people on our neighbors.
Thank you very much.